The sun dipped below the horizon as I parked my car at the edge of the overgrown lot, the once vibrant hospital now a silhouette against the twilight. The building's imposing structure loomed like a tombstone, marking the death of countless hopes and dreams. My heart raced with a cocktail of excitement and fear, the thrill of urban exploration clashing with the eerie stories that orbited the abandoned hospital. Stories of anguish, experiments gone awry, and spirits unable to find peace. Armed with a flashlight, a camera, and an insatiable curiosity, I stepped into the mouth of madness. The hospital's interior was a testament to neglect. Paint peeled from the walls like decaying skin, and the air was thick with the stench of mold and decay. My flashlight beam cut through the darkness, revealing the chaotic remnants of its past life. Gurneys lay overturned, their rusted frames casting twisted shadows. Papers and medical equipment littered the floor, a disarray frozen in time. The silence was oppressive, broken only by the sound of my footsteps and the occasional, unsettling creak of the building settling, as if it were alive and breathing around me. As I delved deeper, the oppressive atmosphere intensified. I could feel the weight of unseen eyes watching me, tracking my every move. A shiver ran down my spine when I thought I heard a whisper, the faintest hint of a voice carried in the stale air. I told myself it was just my imagination, a trick of the mind in this unsettling environment. But as I entered what remained of the psychiatric ward, the reality of my situation became terrifyingly clear. The psychiatric ward was a maze of small, empty rooms, each one a cell that had once held a tormented soul. It was here that the air felt thickest, charged with an indescribable energy. My flashlight flickered, casting dancing shadows that seemed to mock my growing fear. Then I saw them apparitions, barely more than wisps of smoke, yet unmistakably human in form. They moved with a purpose, their eyes hollow, yet filled with an unspeakable pain. I froze, my heart hammering in my chest, as the ghosts of the tormented moved around me. They did not speak, but their presence was a cacophony of silent screams and despair. I realized then that these were the souls of those who had suffered within these walls, their lives cut short by cruelty and negligence. They were trapped, unable to move on, bound to the site of their agony. Panic set in, and I turned to flee, but the labyrinthine corridors twisted and turned against me. Doors that once led to freedom now opened into yet more despairing rooms, each scene more horrifying than the last. Bloodstains smeared the walls in some, the remnants of violent ends. In others, the implements of their torment lay scattered, rusted tools that had inflicted unspeakable pain. I could hear them now, the whispers growing into a chorus of wails and sobs. They were all around me, their grief a tangible force that pushed me to the ground. I crawled, desperate to escape, but they were relentless. The spirits, enraged and sorrowful, sought retribution for their suffering. They saw in me a living soul, one that could still feel, still fear. In my frenzy, I stumbled into an operating room, the epicenter of their anguish. The air was colder here, the atmosphere charged with a malevolent energy. Surgical instruments lay scattered across the blood-stained table, and it was here, in the heart of their pain, that they converged upon me. I screamed, a sound that was swallowed by the void of their collective suffering. They surrounded me, their forms becoming clearer, more defined. Faces twisted in agony, hands reaching out to touch the living, to share their torment. I felt their pain, their despair, as if it were my own, overwhelming me, dragging me down into the darkness. The next thing I knew, I was lying on the cold, hard floor, the silence once again oppressive. But it was different now, I was different. I tried to stand, to flee this place of death, but my body did not obey. Instead, I watched, detached, as my physical form lay motionless on the ground, eyes staring blankly at the ceiling. I had become one of them, a spirit condemned to roam these halls, reliving the terror of my final moments for eternity. My body was discovered days later, another unexplained death in a place full of unsolved mysteries. They said I was an urban explorer, foolishly seeking thrills in a place that devoured souls. But they didn't understand the true horror of this place, the pain and despair that lingered like a curse. And so I remain, a ghost among ghosts, in the abandoned hospital where sorrow lives in every wall, and the anguished cries of the tormented echo in the endless night. My story is a warning, whispered in the wind that blows through the broken windows, a cautionary tale of curiosity and the darkness that dwells within the hearts of abandoned places. The hospital stands still, a monument to suffering, its halls forever haunted by the souls of those who cannot escape. And among them, I wander, my silent screams joining the chorus of the damned, a part of its tragic tapestry, forever bound within its decaying walls.